along with stuff for the sake of pampering emotions. So I'm gonna break the shit down to y'all so y'all can understand. A lot of y'all that feel like, you know, I was drugged, a bitch tried me, a nigga stepped on my feelings, a whole, you know, basically spit in my face when it came to like me showing a bitch that I really care about them, right? The thing y'all gotta understand is a lot of y'all met people when they was in a place in their life where all they was trying to do was satisfy certain emotions. So a lot of us that's able to sit here and say, I've been drugged by a nigga, or a bitch tried me, love, or yeah, I was fucked up by the little hoe and she ain't, you know, reciprocate the energy. A lot of times, like, the people that we referring to, first off, they giving us those type of vibrations based on trying to basically get with us and fulfill a void or an outlet from some other shit that's going on with them. I give y'all an example. A lot of y'all females, you got with a nigga, he gave you a certain type of vibe, but it was because he was trying to make y'all situation be something to try to get himself over a previous relationship with a female that his feelings was involved. This is why a lot of y'all end up in situations where you have a baby or you completely confused because the nigga saying stuff that don't match up with the way he acting. That just means his feelings was elsewhere and he got with you on a let me clear up these emotions I got stirring because I can't get right on my own. Y'all understand what I'm explaining? Meaning like me and this chick done went through it, the relationship over. I don't really want it to be over. Let me go basically pamper my ego. Let me get a new bitch. Let me lay down some new dick. Let me give out some new wavelengths. Let me give out some new vibes. Based on them vibes, based on that dick, based on them vibrations he giving you, you feeling like, ooh, this shit is going somewhere. Like, damn, this nigga is giving me, you know, I like you, I love you, I care vibes. Truth be told, you an outlet to the nigga. Females end up the same way. A lot of females, they, you know, come up out of a situation with their baby daddy or whatever. And, you know, at first, they probably really didn't like you. But after a while, they realize all this pussy and all this time I'm giving this nigga, it really was just to help get myself over the emotions of my baby daddy or the nigga I was with before that. So this is why she can fuck you a certain way, tell you certain stuff, but it don't match up. Like the shit causing chaos in your mind because, of course, the way that you act and the vibrations you giving me are physical ain't matching up with the shit you say out your mouth. Y'all following what I'm explaining? I ain't talking about them situations where a nigga just trying to get some pussy. Them situations like you can tell because a nigga get straight to the fucking. I'm not talking about that. I ain't talking about them situations where nigga met you, y'all get together, he come over and it's pound time. Like, I ain't talking about that. I'm not talking about those of y'all that, like, you in your feelings because a nigga be bashing your ass down late night and for some reason you can't understand why you only get calls in the middle of the night. That's a booty call. That's not what I'm talking about. You're not getting drugged. Like your emotions are not getting no. You just available with that pussy to a nigga that he just trying to fuck. I'm talking about the ones that actually give you some sort of vibrations along the lines that they care. Meaning it ain't just the dick, girl. It's conversations. It's time spent. Y'all might even be mixing yourselves around each other kids. It is some real action that will lead you to believe that it's something more than just a, you know, associateship. Do this right now. So listen, for any of y'all that could strongly relate and you might be going through it, from me to y'all, man, you got to embrace what you're going through. Part of a lot of people's problem in life and the reason why a person can't be accountable and all of that, a lot of times people ain't real with themselves about what's happening right now, if that makes sense. So when you go through shit like this, immediately as a victim, you want to tell yourself, this nigga, excuse me, or this bitch is doing something to me, right? But truth be told, life is happening. The shit is normal. Hold on, y'all. All right, cool. The shit is normal. The shit is a part of, like, relationships. It's a part of people. It's a part of the process of how we all move on quickly past other people. It's part of the whole, you know, a lot of people don't sit and manage their emotions for a time period between relationships or failed relationships, I should say, and they move the fuck on. So a lot of times you will get vibrations and wavelengths and, you know, reactions and fucking energy based on somebody's rebound or somebody's, you know, move on, or their season in their life where they trying to get a grip on themselves after coming out of some chaos that don't got nothing to do with you. Do y'all understand what I'm explaining? It ain't just about it being a lesson learned. What I'm trying to explain to y'all is it's about you understanding what you going through when you going through it. Meaning when this shit is happening to you, like when you in a place right now where, damn, I love this nigga, but he don't love me. Damn, I'm fucked up about the bitch, but she ain't fucked up about me. Damn, I'm giving a bitch fruit. Y'all know my analogy on giving fruit. That's when you giving a person the best parts of you. Like, you carefully, you know, when you shop in the grocery store for fruit, you don't just go pick up fruit and just start putting it in the cart. It ain't like canned goods. You got to look at that shit. You got to look at the bottom of the strawberry pack. Make sure, like, none of the ones with that little fuzzy fungus on it ain't in there. Like, you got to make sure the apples ain't got no brown spots on the bottom of the bag. Like, when you shopping for fruit, or when you finna give a bitch fruit, you got to take a look at it, because on the top it can look straight. For those of y'all, you know I'm giving this nigga fruit. Like, I know I'm giving this bitch caring vibes. I'm giving this bitch loving vibes, and I ain't getting the same in return. Like, you have to be able to embrace and know what you going through while you going through it, because otherwise you can call it a lesson learned, but it ain't no real lesson learned, because when it happen again, you won't know how quickly to pull out. Y'all stay too long. But you stay too long because you really ain't understanding when it's going on. Because y'all don't embrace when it's going on. You deflect. Y'all understand what I'm explaining? It's definitely frustrating. It's definitely hurtful. You definitely going to have to cry. You know, if it's in you to cry. It may take you to do some meditation, some alone time, add some goals to your life. But overall, you got to embrace what the fuck is happening with you. Because if you don't, it will happen again. Because you don't recognize when you're in it. A lot of people spend so much time watching the next person's actions, they don't see when they repeating their same repeat toxic actions. Tab say, I realize this situation I got myself into, and our purpose, we serve each other. I still have mad love for him, but I had to cut ties as far as the relationship. Let's call shit what it is. Exactly. And see, when you start to get practical, you will start to see shit for what it is. When you start to embrace what I'm going through, like that feeling, like when it happens again, you'll know, okay, this is that feeling again. This is me giving a fuck about somebody and them not giving a fuck about me. This is not like somebody doing something to me. This is me, like, once again, like allowing myself to be used up before actually allowing a person to earn me or requiring a person to earn me. A lot of y'all, you don't have the ability to identify when the shit is going on. That's why you go through it multiple times. Exactly. Cycles. Y'all understand what I'm explaining? Like I'm telling y'all some real ass shit. We so programmed to just want to tell the story based on somebody doing something wrong. Like, this nigga's dragging me. This bitch dragging me. This hoe trying me. But truth be told, like, if you really sit back and just look at shit for what it is, like I tell y'all all the time, you have the ability to use the door at any time, even when it hurt. You can cry on your way out the door. You can feel on your way out the door. You ain't got to be a robot or a motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody who's detached from your emotions. Embrace that shit and understand, oh, okay, this is that feeling you get when you reject it. This is that feeling you get when a bitch try you. This is what it feels like to be drugged. This is what, so then when that shit come up again, you able to identify it. The same way you identify colors around this bitch. Oh, this red. Oh, this blue. Oh, okay, this is this. This my cue to go.